Hello, I'm Mary Helen Miller. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. Shaw Industries has announced that it will make a $40 million investment in its South Pittsburg plant. The expansion should create at least 25 jobs and increase production capacity by more than 60%. 7 workers at Chattanooga's Volkswagen plant are filing charges against the United Auto Workers. The VW employees say that the union misled them during a recent card signing campaign. They thought their signature on the card was a call for a secret ballot election. Now the union says that the employees will need to physically appear in a UAW office to revoke their signatures. Some former residents of the Harriet Tubman public housing development, which was closed last year, showed up at a housing authority meeting on Tuesday. They asked the housing authority to consider bringing public housing back to the old site, where more than 400 families used to live. Property tax bills for Hamilton County will be arriving in mailboxes soon, but you might want to think twice before you decide to pay your bill online. The county will charge an extra 2.75% of the bill if you pay online with a credit card. That comes out to an extra $38 for a piece of property worth $200,000. Sequatchie County Constable and Signal Mountain resident David Broom was arrested on Monday and charged with child rape. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation reported that Broom allegedly had sexual contact with an 8-year-old girl at his home. As a constable, Broom served as a volunteer law enforcement officer in his community on Signal Mountain. TBI also announced this week that cases of domestic violence crimes fell about 3.5% from 2010 to 2012. The Knight Foundation has given $50,000 to help make public information in Chattanooga more accessible. The Benwood Foundation applied for the grant on behalf of several organizations in the city, including the Public Library, Open Chattanooga, and Engage 3D. Ooltewah High School has a new principal, Jim Jarvis. Jarvis is stepping up from his role as assistant principal just days after the former principal, Mark Bean, retired. Bean left the school after being put on unpaid suspension earlier, while the school system investigated him and Ooltewah assistant principal Beverly Hollingsworth for possible unprofessional conduct. Soon you'll be able to find more than 1 million newly added historical newspaper pages in the Tennessee State Library and Archives online collection. The historical newspapers date from the 1850s to about 1900 and come from newspapers in Greenville, Jonesboro, Memphis, Sweetwater, and Winchester. Turning to weather today, there should be showers and possibly a thunderstorm, mostly before 2 p.m. The high will be about 75 degrees. Tonight, there's a 30% chance of showers with a low around 61 degrees. That's it for our news today. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day at timesfreepress.com.